Let me focus on the commercial part of the whole discussion, and I think they were extremely positive, very candid, much more than one would expect in a forum like this. And they touched on some real issues. They talked about issues like IPR, they talked about issues like ease and speed of doing business, retrospective amendments in taxation. So I think some real issues that were taken up, and like I said, I hope that this is a new chapter in the US-India relationship.
How excited are you about the defense opportunities that are being created as far as defense production is concerned? When do you see this getting operational? We've been speaking about a nuclear deal now since 2008. Finally, there's a breakthrough. Some give, some take. When do you see this really hitting the ground, so to say?
I think it's a very positive move, and I think that it'll take maybe a couple of months to start to see the first kind of partnerships happen. But I think what I'm particularly happy about is the fact that we are the largest Indian employer in the US,
That's right.
Especially in the manufacturing space, and I think we have two very profitable operations there, Novelis and Colombian Chemicals, and we are a very happy investor. No political interference, ease of business doing is great. So I think from our point of view, it's a very positive move from that perspective as well.
You were a part of a very closed-door meeting that happened, not in such a big forum, but you were a part of that one-to-one dialogue as well. What are the other sectors that seem to excite the US investors at this stage? What are the kind of things said by the US administration about those sectors?
So I think broadly three areas of cooperation, as I got it. I think it was manufacturing, infrastructure, and skill development. And if you think about it, we are going to be the youngest country in the not so distant future, and I think that these are the three right areas of focus. So very encouraging, and I think genuine talks, a genuine attempt to come closer.
You know, Mr. Obama said that the potential bilateral investment treaty could be a game changer as far as both India and the US are concerned. Considering talks have begun on this, how hopeful are you of this really going through, the bilateral investment treaty, and how much of a fillip could this really give to bilateral trade, so to say?
Well, I think that, if the President and the Prime Minister are so keen to get this going, and they obviously have great chemistry between them, I think that one has every reason to be very hopeful that this would take off. Obviously, it would require working on. Obviously, you can't have agreement on all issues day one, but I see real intent here.
So there is a very good dialogue, and I can't let you go without asking the last question, which has to be on challenges. India wants to improve its tally in the ease of doing business. We rank a very poor 142. We want to get to a 50. What are some of the challenges that were thrown at the Indian government and for Indian businessmen? What is it that we need to change to attract US investors to buy our point of view?
So I think those issues were addressed quite upfrontly. Like I said, ease of doing business in terms of simplification of laws, processes, procedures, retrospective amendments in taxation, issues like that. And I think the issues are very clearly understood. The good part, I think, is that the Indian government has a very clear understanding of the things that need to be done or undone to make India a much more attractive investment destination. And I think, to my mind, that's half the battle won.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.